2 summers ago, I lost my job and signed my divorce papers in the same week. My apartment echoing with empty walls, a single fork in the drawer, and a stack of boxes I couldn't bring myself to open. If you've ever felt your life hit delete before you could hit save, lean in, because this is the motivational story and life lesson I wish someone had handed me the night I ate cereal on the floor and told myself, this is it. It's over. Spoiler, it wasn't over. It was the beginning. I'm Sarah, 34, born in Ohio, built a life in Boston, and then had that life vanish like a tab you accidentally close with 30 others. The lesson? Starting over isn't punishment. It's a power move. And if you're feeling stuck or scared, you're not alone. So many of us hit that point where the old map no longer matches the road. I felt that in my bones. Here's how it unraveled. I was a marketing manager at a startup with unlimited PTO that somehow meant we never took any. I was clocking 60-hour weeks, sleeping with my laptop on the nightstand, trying to prop up a marriage that ran on leftovers and missed calls. Then the startup missed its Series C, the layoffs rolled in, and I was out. That same afternoon, my ex and I sat at a diner with the smell of burnt coffee and rain sneaking in every time the door swung open, and we agreed to untie what we'd tied. I stepped outside, and the city felt louder than ever. Sirens, construction, my own heartbeat. I watched a bus drive by with an ad that said, "Begin again." It felt like a joke. The first week was a fog. I filled carts with job listings, closed the tabs, opened them again. Rejection emails rolled in like spam. We've decided to move forward with other candidates. I tried to be strong, but the quiet at night was loud. It was the kind of quiet that magnifies everything. The hum of the fridge, the streetlight blinking, the whisper that says, maybe you've already peaked. Then came the moment that changed everything, and it was so small, I almost missed it. I walked into a neighborhood coffee shop with my last gift card from an office Secret Santa. The barista asked my name. I said, Sarah, and without thinking, I added, I'm starting over. She wrote, Sarah, start fresh on the cup, and slid it to me like a coronation. I sat down and wrote 3 lines on a napkin. What I can control, what I can't, what I'll do today. It was the first deep breath I'd taken in months. I decided on a 72-hour reset. Day 1, I audited my life like it was a messy Google Drive, unsubscribed from noisy newsletters, cleaned the corner of my apartment that depressed me the most, and put my resume into a clean 1-page. Day 2, I subtracted, paused the long subscriptions, boxed up the shared stuff, deleted apps that made me feel behind. Day 3, I moved, literally. A 30-minute walk without a podcast, just city sounds and the rhythm of sneakers on cracked sidewalk. It's amazing how your brain starts answering questions when you give it silence. In that window, I had an aha. I wasn't starting from zero. I was starting from experience. Every late night, every campaign that flopped, every difficult conversation, I wasn't behind. I'd been training for this, so I ran a 30-day skill sprint. I picked one track, product marketing, and went all in. Free courses, YouTube breakdowns, case studies. I built a tiny portfolio by rewriting existing product pages, then asked for feedback from 3 people I admire on LinkedIn. 2 never replied. 1 did. She said, tighten your voice, show me outcomes, not tasks. It stung. I did it anyway. There were setbacks. I bombed a phone screen when they asked, explain a time you influenced without authority. My mind went blank. Afterward, I wrote a story bank. 5 real stories from my past with context, conflict, action, and result. I practiced them out loud doing dishes, because your voice has to believe before your mind does. A week later, another interview. Same question. This time, I could feel the answer land. They nodded. I breathed. Money was tight. I did a couple of weekend gigs, farmer's market booth, freelance copy for a local gym, to build a runway. I opened a separate checking account I called Reboot and funneled any gig money there. Watching it grow was oxygen. I also got honest with my inner circle. I sent a simple text. I'm resetting. For the next 90 days, I'm focused on product marketing. If you hear of roles or need anything written, I'm open. Accountability check-in on Sundays? 4 people said yes. 1 became my weekly call. We didn't fix each other. We just refused to let each other quit on Tuesday afternoons. The day the tide turned was a Tuesday, actually. I walked into a final round interview in a blazer I'd had since 2018 and sneakers because my dress shoes had a cracked heel. The hiring manager asked me about the 6-month gap on my resume. My old self would have apologized. Instead, I said, I used that time to rebuild the foundation. I audited my skill set, ran a 30-day sprint in product positioning, and built a portfolio that shows I can ship outcomes. Here's the before and after on a mock page. I slid my tablet across. He smiled like he'd been waiting for someone to own their story. 2 days later, I got the offer. But here's the real triumph. I didn't get my old life back. I built a better one. I set boundaries like guardrails. No email after 7 p.m., movement every morning, even if it's a 10-minute stretch, and 1 digital Sabbath a week. I still have hard days. The difference is I know how to reset without burning it all down. Starting over didn't erase my past. It integrated it. If you're at your rock bottom or hovering over the Start New button, borrow what worked for me. First, do a 72-hour reset. Audit, subtract, move. Second, run a 30-day skill sprint on one thing that actually pays in your industry. Stack daily reps over motivation. Third, build a restart circle. 3 to 5 people you can text. I did the thing once a week. Fourth, script your hard conversation. I'm choosing X for the next 90 days because why? I'd value your support. And fifth, create a reboot account so you can see momentum, not just believe in it. Let me recap the playbook so it sticks. 72-hour reset. What I control, what I can't, what I'll do today. 30-day skill sprint. Pick one lane, ship tiny outcomes daily. Restart circle. Weekly check-ins, no fixing, just accountability. Scripted boundaries. Pre-decide your yes and your no. Reboot account. Separate money for the new chapter. If you want a simple framework to layer on top, Atomic Habits is a classic, tiny wins compound. I'll drop a link in the description. Because this isn't about hype, it's about systems you can actually live with. This is a life lesson I learned the hard way. The comeback is built in quiet rooms with unglamorous routines. Here's the line I repeat when the fear creeps back in. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from experience. And here's another. Clarity comes from action, not overthinking. If I can go from cereal on the floor to a career I'm proud of and a life that fits, you can too. Your fresh start might look like a new city, a new role, or just a new morning routine. It all counts. If this hit home, tap like so. The algorithm knows to send this to someone who needs it. Subscribe for more motivational story deep dives and practical tools. And drop a comment with fresh start, plus one tiny action you'll take in the next 24 hours. I'm rooting for you. Let's level up, one small, honest step at a time.